Okay, at this point, I'd like to introduce one of the newer artists to our label. Certainly not new to music. He's been around for quite a long time. As recently as last Tuesday, up in Boston, people were standing in lines around the block in the rain. And as of last Thursday, he has already broken all attendance records at Passim's in Boston. This time, would you please give a warm welcome to David Bromberg.
John, you'd better pull your britches up, spit on your hands and rub them on your knees. The devil's right behind you, don't you wait until he catches up. Get on with it, John, for God's sake, please. I said hard-working John, I know you need cooks. Now I'm down on my knees and I don't know what to do. It's a serious matter now and nobody is joking. The hour has come and it's up to you. Well, listen here, John, ain't no time for stalling. We're on deep water right up to our chin. Devil is a drooling and the angels are calling. Get yourself together and commence to begin. Hard-working John, the time is a waste. If ever help us meet John as he did now. Shadows on the sun, if you believe it, light is fading. So come on, John, and show us how, John. Stalling, we're on deep water right up to our chin. Devils are drooling and the angels are calling. Get yourself together and commence to begin. Hard-working John, you'd better pull your britches up, spit on your hands and rub them on your knees. Devil's right behind you, don't you wait until he catches up. Get on with it, John, for God's sake, please. Please, John. I'd like to introduce you to the Fabulous Torpedoes here. Up until today, the Fabulous Torpedoes has consisted of Stephen Berg on bass. But as of today, we've added Andy Statman on mandolin and saxophone. You better get that phone out. And Kenny Kosak on fiddle. I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, that friend stole my sweetheart from me. Yes, I remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. Only you know how much I have lost. when I lost my little darling. The night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Yes, I remember the night in the Tennessee Waltz. Only you know how much I have loved. When I lost my little darling, the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee Waltz. This has been the most incredible weekend. We're up in Boston. We're playing in Boston. Are you ready for that? So we had a television show this morning. So we had a rehearsal for it yesterday. So we flew down from Boston yesterday, and we rehearsed for the television show, and then we flew back up to Boston and then did our 2 sets last night. And then as soon as our sets were over, we drove back down to New York in time to make the television show this morning. And after we finish this, we go back up to Boston for another 2 sets. So it's, I'm not saying it's weird or anything, but... This is one that neither Pee Wee... What's the name of the guy who wrote the Tennessee Waltz? Pee Wee King. Neither Pee Wee King nor I wrote this. It's called Tuning. Listen, you shouldn't laugh at those kind of things because you'll encourage me. If it takes me a while to tune, I'll go through the whole repertoire of folky tuning jokes, and you'll be sorry. You know, I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Worn-out shoes, silver hair, a ragged shirt, and baggy pants. You do the old soft shoe. He jumped so high, you know he jumped so high. And then he lightly touched down. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come on down. I met him in a cell down in New Orleans. All right. I was down and out. He looked to me to be the eyes of age. As he spoke right out, he talked of life. Yes, he talked of life. He laughed and slapped his leg a step. said the name Bojangles, and then he danced a lick. Across the cell, he grabbed his pants for a better stance, so he jumped up high, high. He clicked his heels. He let go a laugh, you know, he let go a laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangle, Mr. Bojangle, Mr. Bojangle, come on down. This is really a true story, you know. A lot of people have heard the song, and well, at least Jerry Jeff tells me it's a true story. I played guitar with Jerry Jeff Walker for about 2 years, and we did this song every night for 2 years, and I never got tired of it. Jerry got a little tired of it. At night after the clubs had closed, we do horrible things to it. But it's a true story. This guy Bojangles was he was a street dancer in New Orleans, and what he'd do is he'd go from bar to bar, and he'd put money in the jukebox or get somebody else to do it, and then he'd either dance or pantomime the tune, right? And for that, people would buy him drinks and get him pretty drunk, and then he'd go on to the next bar and next one until it was closing time, and then he'd go and do it the next night. And after a few nights of this, he'd end up on the corner, and the cops would pick him up and they'd take him to the drunk tank, which is where Jerry Jeff met him. Jerry Jeff wasn't there on a research project. I mean, the way I got that story, I may have that wrong, but the way I got that is that he propositioned the right woman at the right time in the wrong place. And her husband, the bartender, called the cops, and they took Jerry to the parish jail. And he and this guy just talked for 3 days in the cell about, you know, what he'd done. Said he danced for those at minstrel shows and county fairs. Throughout the South, he spoke with tears of 15 years how his dog and him had traveled about. His dog up and died, you know, his dog up and died. After 20 years, he still grieves. He said, I dance now at every chance in the honky-tonks for drinks and tips, but most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone ask, please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come on. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you.
Please welcome Kenny Loggins' band with Jim Messina.
One, two. Good evening. Good evening. I could start off with a thing called Danny's Song. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He'll be like a she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun who's gonna shine above. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was paid a kite, never got high. Oh, was a sorry guy. But now I smile to face a girl that shares my name. And now I'm through with the game. This boy'll never be the same. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign, strong and kind, and the little boy is mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. Now we've just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And every morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you luck. And if you find she helps your mind, better take her home. Boy, don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And every morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Taking the time to fly. I'll be packing up my bag, leaving by and by. Gone for a time or two, but you'll see me coming back. This I promise you. You are my lady of my home, my lady of my heart. You ought to know you are my home, my lady of my heart. Soon I'll be coming home, yeah. Bringing you a box of flowers, sing you a song. This is where I belong, yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you should wonder why, oh woman, don't you know you are the lady of my home, my lady of my heart. You ought to know you are my home, my lady of my heart. You are my lady, lady of my heart. You ought to know you are my home, my lady of my Something some of you might recognize. A song I wrote about 3 years ago after a character that I especially like, another person of very little brain. It was made a semi-hit by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It's called House of Pooh Corner. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to Al and Dio as our days disappeared all too soon. But I wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. So help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose. And he came to me asking help and advice, and from here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of the owl if he's there, how to loosen a jar from the nose of a bear. So help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, oh, and chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin, back to the ways of Christopher Robin, back to the days of Pooh. Oh, 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 oh. A long tail cat sitting by the wall, rocking a chair. Now he don't realize that there's a danger there, no he don't. But he don't care, no rock and rollin' chair's gonna boogie on his day, 'cause he's swinging his tail to a low down to syncopate. Now I'm going down to Orleans town on the Dixie holiday, get myself a hunk of that harmony, yeah. And you may be a symphony, but I believe in song. It's got a catchy melody, so you can sing along, yeah. Now all they say, they're talking about the girls that work up a town. Now I don't realize that they're a danger now. There's no swing and tell, no rock and rollin' girl is gonna boogie woogie on today, 'cause I'm making time to a Dixie holiday, yeah. Now I'm going down to Orleans town to get a pound of feed, be back home in just about half a week, yeah. And you may be a symphony, but I believe in song. It's got a catchy melody, so you can sing along. And everybody sing along, no. Remember when you sang along, dong, 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 dong. And all you sing is oh my, my. Your daddy's getting older, the cows are going dry. I gotta go by on the Dixie holiday. Yeah, brother, oh my, my. Your daddy's getting older, the cows are going dry. I gotta go by on the Dixie holiday, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my, your daddy's getting older, your daddy's going dry, gotta go by on the Dixie holiday. We're leaving on the Dixie holiday, we're heading for the Dixie holiday, yeah. Okay. I'd like to bring up a friend of mine now, Jimmy Messina. Hello.
Everybody having a good time? Good.
Yeah.
We'd like to start off with a tune that Kenny and I did on our first album, our only album, this album. It's called Listen to a Country Song. It goes like this.
daddy's up late picking with my Uncle Bill. The neighbors don't mind just having a time, sipping on my happy still. Old brother Dan's got a fiddle in his hand, Mom is on the mandolin. When the music is right and the band gets tight, you ought to see him begin to ring and everybody starts moving to the sound of the guitar drum, and everybody starts moving to the beat of the rhythm and drum. So come along and let yourself really go. Oh, I find the feeling is good. Just sit back quiet and have a reading of time and listen to a country song. Oh, Sheriff Brown, he never comes around knocking on your back door. As a matter of fact, you can find him in the act, picking on the old banjo. Second cousin Jackson's up from the back, trying to tickle Sister Sue. Look out! Well, she throws him on the ground without turning around, because she knows a lot of jujitsu, and everybody starts moving to the sound of the guitar drum, and everybody starts moving to the beat of the rhythm and drum. So come along and let yourself really go. Oh, I find a feeling good. Just sit back quiet and have a really good time and listen to a country. Everybody starts moving to the sound of the guitar drums, and everybody starts moving to the beat of the rhythm and drum. So come along and let yourself really go. Oh, I find a feeling it's good. Woo! Just sit back quiet and have a really good time and listen to a country song. Sit back quiet and have a really good time and listen to a country song. Thank you. That's all right. We're going to open it up a little bit more for you now. Introduce the guys that are going to do it. On the saxophones, we got Johnny Clark, and on violin and saxophones, Al Garth. Over on bass, Larry Sims, and on drums, Merle Briganti.
This is some electric tunes off the album. First one is the Trilogy.
Late at night when I'm alone, I get a feeling deep inside me. Lips get dry and I wonder why. Darling, you're not with me, loving me like no one I've ever known. I wake up and find your head snuggled up to my shoulder. I think of all the love that's there, and I'm glad that you came over, loving me like no one I've ever known, like I've ever known. Take me in your arms and let me love you again. I bet you won't get up and walk it on out the door. I hope you will remember what I told you before. I bet you won't get up and walk it on out the door. Darkness fills this empty room, and the love pulse starts stirring. Your lips me fine, and your warmth I find. Darling, you are certainly loving me like no one I've ever known, ever known, like I've ever known. that you really been loved. You don't need to work long and fast, flowing with charm, make you wanna feel wanted. And you know nights on the town, her on your arm, don't necessarily. I said make your woman feel wanted. To give her the thing that she wants, and where do it started? You tell her she's the kind of a woman that can send you home, knowing that you really been loved. I can send you home. No, you better tell her she's the kind of a woman that can send you home. No, you better tell her she's the kind of a woman that can send you home, knowing that you really been loved. Have you really been loved? Taking abuse from a friend who isn't kind. Friend in need, or the friend that you need, who can help you through the troubled times. So reach on out and take a hold of my hand. Let me know that you're ready to go. There ain't no dues and you can leave your blues behind and have a little peace, just a little peace of mind. Peace, peace of mind. Comes a time when your friends go blind and the words become deceit. They threaten your life with the blade of a knife and set you down upon me. Make no mistake, for your very own sake, here's a little wood for now. Take off your shoes and let your thoughts be kind, and give me some peace, just a little peace of mind. Peace of mind. Back on you now. Some folks you find speak a mighty good line and to charm you all the way, and take you low on a sweet, sweet song and let you your heart away. Blessed be the one who can understand why people have to act that way. 'Cause if I knew, I wouldn't even want to say, give me some peace, just a little piece of mind. Peace of mind. because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't ride and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't ride and roll. When evening goes around and it's time to go to town, where do you go? You rock and roll. Driving, you find a place to park. You hop into the back seat where you know it's nice and dark. You're just about to move and you're thinking it's a breeze. There's a light in your eye and then a guy says,
Out of the car along here.
Louie, you go with me, the low police. And it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Goes around and it's time to go to town. Where do you go? To rock and roll. Where do you go? To rock and roll. Where do you go? To rock and roll. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do a thing that has been getting a little bit more acceptance every day. Vahevalla. I'm thinking about when I was a sailor. Spend my time on the open sea. When we'd stay off the coast of Jamaica, sailors did a show we're never waiting for the ladies so sing with a sailor. Vahevalla, homeward sailor. Vahevalla, homeward sail away. Vahevalla, homeward sailor. Vahevalla, homeward sail away. Every evening might be gone. Back on board.
God bless you all. Thank you for letting us play to you.
Thank you. Good night.
Want to hear more?
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, this will be something related to rock and roll. Call Back to Georgia. Well, up dear, I gonna have the Lord. Maybe I'll walk on back to Georgia. Be like a boy, ain't got no home. Come the morning, I'm gonna feed my myself. Wrong color, Dr. Pepper, and inquiries on hell. Cause you can't be afraid, and I love all the time. But everything about you to tell it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I come from. Going back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I belong. One time, I would have sold my soul for a small love of mama's cornbread, or maybe even round with Billy Joe. Come the morning, yeah, I'm gonna be on my way, and these dudes ain't gonna hold that down another day. You can't be afraid, and alone all the time. When everything about you is telling you, come on, come on, come on, come on. Back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I come from. Going back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I belong. Back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I come from. Going back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I belong. Yeah, back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I come from. Going back to Georgia, back to Florida, back where I belong. Woo! Thank you. Good night. God bless y'all.